welcome back. This week I wanted to talk about something that happened to me a year ago, and actually a year ago today. On January 16th, 2016, I was robbed at the bank while doing the night deposit for the job I work for. And I know, yeah, it's been a year and people are gonna say, you shouldn't be worried about it still, but I do still worry about it. I actually still take medication for anxiety because of it. After it happened, I couldn't go out after dark, which I know sounds stupid, but I couldn't. I couldn't even drive my own car. Because when I was robbed in my car, basically. And when I had to go back to work, I had to do the same things. They didn't change anything. And it's pretty stupid that they basically didn't care. The only thing they cared about was the money that the guy took. He got away with about $1,500. So I hope you're happy with that, dude. The only people that know about this would be the people that I work with, the family that lives in this house, and a couple of close friends. I don't really like talking about it because it does still bother me. Not nearly as bad as it did. I couldn't think about it. I couldn't talk about it. I couldn't do anything without getting upset. I couldn't even listen to, because I would plug up my phone in my car whenever I would go to the bank. And My House from Fast and Furious, that song was playing on my phone in my car when I got robbed. So I couldn't even listen to that song. I can listen to that song now. I'm okay with it. When I got robbed, I was doing the night deposit at the bank for the place I work for, and I don't remember seeing anybody around. I guess since I had done the night job, basically every night for a year already, that year and a half, that I don't know, I got comfortable, I guess. And this town really hasn't had much crime. It's gone up a little bit, but not something that I was really worried about or thinking about. And I remember putting my car in a park, and I used to keep a jacket in my seat next to me, and I would always slide the deposit under the jacket. So I had turned to get the jacket out of the seat next to me, and I had popped my door. I hadn't opened it, but I had popped it to where it wasn't shut. And I remember seeing something when I turned this way out of the corner of my eye back behind me and behind my car, but I don't know, I guess it didn't register to me that there was somebody back there. And when I turned back, he had pulled the door open and was in my face screaming. And no, I don't remember a weapon. I don't know if he was armed. It happened really fast. The police acted like they didn't believe me, but that's whatever. He was screaming at me for the money, and I don't know, I hesitated. I remember sitting there thinking, then not doing anything. It felt like forever, but I know it was just a couple of seconds. And I threw the money at him, and then he started screaming for my cell phone. And so, of course, I ripped my phone off the cord that was attached to my car. I ripped it off there, and I tossed it at him. And the cashier that I was with actually got out of his car even though he wasn't supposed to. He thought that the guy was hurting me. And that took the attention off me, but he started yelling at him, telling him to get on the ground, and he ended up throwing something down and taking off. And when he threw something down, we didn't really know what it was, but it ended up being my cell phone. So he destroyed my phone. I will probably post a picture somewhere on here, or a tip too if I can. A picture of my cell phone after. But after the police collected it for evidence, I couldn't call the police because my phone, it quit working. And we ended up getting back to the store, and the police did a report and everything. Well, I ended up staying there until almost midnight that night. And the robbery happened about 9:45, 9:30 at night. Because I had to call all kinds of people, asset protection, my boss, the DM, I had a whole list of people to call. And my parents actually ended up coming up there, but they had to stay outside the store. My mom she usually texts me, and then she always hears when I come home, because we have 3 dogs that hear everything. When we got back to the store, I used my friend's phone to call my mom. And first she didn't answer. She ignored it, which I figured that would happen because she doesn't answer phone numbers she doesn't know. So I called it again and kept calling until she picked up, and I told her that I had been robbed, and at first I told her, she was like, why are you calling me from another number? Where's your phone? And I told her that it kind of got stolen, and she started flipping out, and I shouldn't have called her, but I did. And I told her that I had been robbed, and she had dealt with this before. So she ended up saying, well, I'm coming up there. And I kept telling her no, to stay home. But she came up there anyway. I'm glad she did, because I ended up letting the cashier go home because he was flipping out. And which was weird, because I figured I would have been the one flipping out, but I wasn't. I was completely calm. And when I finally got home that night, I stayed up until about 1 or 2. I actually stayed up basically the entire night, but stayed up in the living room for quite a while. And that's when it hit me that I had just been robbed and what happened. And I had to go to the police station and do an interview thing, and which was kind of crap, because they kept acting like I knew something about it, that I knew the guy, that I knew that I had set it up, and that wasn't the case. I'm like, you can look back on the video. I mean, really. It was just a lot. Last year wasn't really a good year after that. I don't know. And people can say it's stupid and that I'm being dramatic, but you didn't live it, you don't know. And until you've been robbed, you don't get to have an opinion. I just thought that maybe talking about it would help me a little bit, which it has. But I had great family support, and my friends were really great, so that helped me a lot. But like, I wasn't eating, I wasn't talking to anybody, I was afraid to go out at night, because they never caught him. They still haven't caught him. And so that made my anxiety level go up. And when I had to go back to work, I was always watching people. Always watching people. That was probably the scariest thing that ever happened to me. And yeah, it was just a robbery. No, he didn't. I assume he didn't have a weapon. But just being in that situation where it could have gone differently. And actually, our company got robbed not even 6 months later. At one of the stores in the state. They were robbed, and the assistant manager there actually ended up losing her life. So it could have been worse. And I used to think, you know, what could I have done differently? It was basically my fault, because I guess wasn't paying attention, and even if I did look around, I remember anything that I saw. I guess so, if that makes sense. And the fact that I'm trying to find another job, but I do like the people that I work with, and yeah, the company's iffy sometimes. That's another reason why I'm trying to get a different job, is because I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want to keep taking the deposit at night, because that's stupid. I mean, what kind of company still does that? Anyway, enough with being depressing. I will do another video Monday. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do yet. Thanks for watching, guys, and listening. I know it's kind of sounds stupid to some of you or whatever, but it happened to me, and I just wanted to be able to talk about it and share it. I want to thank you for watching it, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.